Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. It's Zach with 1918 British Air Force here again, doing a live video. Weird, yes, I know. Excuse my nose because it's been running for like a second. Anyways, I was just gonna tell you guys what I did yesterday, and that was since there's a lack of zombie apocalypse, which sucks. I decided to watch a bunch of movies, and I just want to talk about them a little bit because I really enjoyed them. This might I might start a vlog series, sort of with me more and Geo more, just in IRL, not just video games. I don't know. We're still experimenting with the channel, and I'm really bad at making videos with fraps. I don't know why. My process is terrible, and Geo took his computer to his latest adventure. But anyways, let's talk about movies. The first thing I did was I watched two documentaries because I'm a total nerd, and I love documentaries. And one of them was about the collapse of modern society, and the other one was about gangs. I used to watch Gangland with my mom all the time, and Bend. But yeah, recently just haven't been watching a lot of documentaries. Then afterwards I watched The Fifth Element. Sorry. Genetic stoner. My dad smokes a lot of weed, and you know, just falls in that way. Anyways, I watched The Fifth Element for like the third time. Once again, just a really good sci-fi movie. Really fun sci-fi movie. It feels like a comic book when you're watching it. That just the way the vibe I get from it is a badass comic book with lots of space elements. Then after that, I watched The Man from Earth, I believe. Let me grab my glasses. I do wear glasses. I do not wear contacts. Yes, The Man from Earth. And it is a sort of sci-fi backslash it's mainly a sci-fi fantasy type thing where this guy who's a college professor admits to his fellow colleagues that, hey, I'm a caveman and I've been living for 14,000 years. But if you're not a fan of either dialogue or dialogue or history, you're gonna hate this movie. Luckily, I'm a fan of both. Really good movie. It's just a lot of dialogue and a lot of really interesting history bits. A couple parts I really liked were there's one very religious character. One of his colleagues is very religious, and he admits to something that, like, he was a part of a certain religion and he was a big part of it, and she just has this like huge crushing, like throughout like the last core of the movie, she has this like crushing revelation about her religion, and it's just like it's really good. The guy who played the caveman, whose name is John Oldman in the film, he did a really good job. I mean, especially for a guy who had basically had to act by himself for an hour and a half movie. It was really impressive. I really enjoyed it. Really good if you're a history nut like me, and if you like dialogue. It's not Tarantino, but it's good dialogue. I mean, it keeps you engaged in the film for, I mean, an hour and a half of just 6 people talking. So really good. Next, after that, I watched a little bit of The Secret of NIMH, which, if you guys never watched that film, it's a animated film. I only watched like 10 minutes of it, but I used to watch all the time when I was little at my grandma's house. By the way, my grandma was like the original pirater of films. She had more pirated films than I think I've ever even thought about downloading in my entire life. It's crazy to even think about. Grandma was a boss, not gonna lie. And it's a good kids film. I just lost interest in it pretty quickly. So after that, I watched Restrepo, which is an amazing documentary. Once again, me being a documentary nerd, it's just follows this company of guys in this valley in Afghanistan, and it's really emotional. You get to see the bond that people gain within war, and what death can do to bring people together. and what it does to people when they see it on a daily basis. It's it's a really fascinating film, and there's one of the main characters. Well, he's not a character. One of the main people in the film is from Oregon, and I'm an Oregonian. So hey, high five to you, man. Really, really good. I don't really know how to say anything without like spoiling some things. I mean, the camp that the Restrepo camp is named after one of the people that die like in the first 5 minutes of the movie, of the documentary, and it's once again just really fascinating, really heartfelt, and really you feel the emotions that the people feel and on the field, and it's touching really, and it does get emotional from time to time. I got emotional a little bit there. There's one part where one of the guys dies and they're in the middle of a fucking conflict, and one of the other guys just breaks down crying, and it was hard to watch. It was really hard to watch. But anyways, on a lighter note, I finished tonight with watching the Interview with a Vampire. I just got done reading. I had an audiobook while I was playing Minecraft. The Interview with a Vampire, and I really, really liked it, and I wanted to see exactly if it was going to be terrible or not, and surprisingly, it wasn't too bad. It was actually like, I mean, it had a lot. I don't see how you could really fuck up Interview with a Vampire, and they didn't. I mean, they just they had to cut a couple things out, which I understand. It's a movie. But anyways, if you guys don't know what Interview with a Vampire is, you follow this guy named Louis around who becomes a vampire after his wife and infant dies, and he just like ruins his life afterwards, and he just becomes a vampire. This vampire called Lestat picks him up and makes him into like a protege vampire. But Louis has this, whereas Lestat has no regard towards life, Louis has this lingering connection to life, and it's a big theme throughout the entire movie. Like, the whole idea is like nature, if it is within your nature, like your basic coding to kill whatever and feed upon that, is it okay to do that even though you're that once? And it comes up a lot in the movie, and they kind of fucked up Claudia a little bit, mainly because it's Kirsten Dunst. Really young Kirsten Dunst. She was only 10 years old when she did the movie, but I don't know. I like how they portray Claudia a little bit more in the book, because Claudia, if you don't know, once again, is a vampire that Lestat also makes after Louis. That she's only 5 years old, so like she's not very strong. She's not very anything, but she's basically stuck in a 5-year-old body for all eternity. Also, yeah, kind of the whole theme of my night on accident was death and life, like eternal life versus death, and yeah, you saw that in Restrepo and Vampire and Interview with a Vampire and The Man from Earth, and Fifth Element, because the whole idea is like life and death. You know what? And even the thing of Nim, The Secrets of Nim, has a lot of that too. Weird, I know. But let's see. Claudia. They portray Claudia as a perpetual 5-year-old, even though in the book you follow her into her cognitive ability grows into that of like a normal woman, and so like while she is manipulative and sort of evil in the movie, it's so much better portrayed in the book. Yeah, so I'm a really big fan of vampires. My inner goth 15-year-old girl absolutely loves vampires. So anyways, that was pretty much it. I pretty much watched movies until like 5 a.m. last night, and all of them were in their own ways really, really good. And I didn't go on too long about The Fifth Element because I assume everybody's seen that. And Interview with the Vampire is fantastic. Restrepo is fantastic. And if you're not a big fan of history and dialogue. Do not watch The Man from Earth. But if you are, it's really, really fun to not fun to watch, but it's really interesting watch. It's there's only one bad actress, and that's like the main love interest, even though she only talks like 3 or 4 times. So hey, that's great. But anyways, I've been rambling for about 10 minutes and 30 seconds now. Thanks for watching. Oh, and by the way, the date today is the 22nd of May. No zombie apocalypse yesterday, so fuck. And it's 8:16 p.m. Thank you guys for watching. This has been Zach with 1918 British Air Force. Please remember to rate, comment, subscribe, dance. I don't really give a fuck. Just enjoy your night.